Salam alaikum, boys and girls from all around the world. My name is Musinya Salada the Third.
Yeah.
On my left, I have Farhan Solo.
Salam alaikum.
Yes. And on the producing keys, we have Lucas.
1 2 1 2. What's
Come
up,
on.
everyone?
You look butters today, man.
Do I actually?
Yeah.
Why?
So hairy Wolverine.
Really? I'm not going to lie.
You look like a Wolverine shit drawing of Wolverine.
If we're going to be talking about hairs, yeah, your eyebrow are going in different directions like a spaghetti junction in Slough.
That's good, man.
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
I mind it.
Yeah.
Do I actually look butters today?
No, you
Genuinely?
don't look butters, but you look like a scraggly, hairy Wolverine.
Okay, can I be completely honest with you?
Yeah.
I thought I looked good today. I thought I was having a good day.
No, you don't look butters. And
God bless you.
you got a girly bracelet on as well.
My girlfriend got it for me.
I like it. It's cute.
I like it.
Yeah.
Is it a gemstone bracelet? Will it give you good
It's-
fortune?
It's from Albania.
Oh.
And I didn't even know she went to Albania.
First of all, gemstone bracelets
weird.
with good fortune are haram, so put that away.
I don't think it's gemstone. Well, it's not gemstone. There's just like little rocks that have been painted. 10 years bad luck for you.
It's haram.
But yeah, do you guys think that this bracelet will cause me issues in comedy? Do you reckon it's a bit because I hold the mic in my left hand?
Yeah,
Do you reckon it's a bit distracting?
yeah.
So don't wear it.
Don't worry. Throw it in
Okay.
the bin.
Throw in the bin. Okay, so I feel about you as well. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the best podcast on the planet. Today we are going to be discussing UFC 290, one of the best cards
Yeah.
in recent memory
Yep.
for Han Solo. How good are you feeling about what you saw on the weekend?
I was planning on going to sleep and waking up later, but I just was just so enthralled, I don't know if it's the right word, by the prelims that I couldn't sleep. And I just watched the whole thing. And then I had an hour's sleep. Then I had to go to a wedding in Birmingham. So it was tough. But what a great card. Definitely one of the best cards of the year. From the prelims to even like the early prelims as well. And then the main card. Stories, emotions, good fights, blood, everything you want really in a good card.
We said about the main event, there will be blood.
There was.
There was blood. It didn't go how I thought it was going to go.
Yeah.
I said it was going to be a competitive 5-rounder
Yeah.
where Volkanovski was winning every round, but Yair was looking good. It was domination.
Yeah.
It was a masterpiece.
Yair did look good in round 3.
Until he didn't anymore.
Yeah. So as soon as he started getting good moments, Volk just said no. And he just hit him with that switch right hook or whatever it was. Beat the shit out of him. Yeah.
Well, what he had going for him in the fight was unpredictability.
Yeah.
But he became predictable
Yeah.
because he wasn't integrating hands with his kicks.
Yeah.
And I know easier said than done.
Yeah.
There's certain fighters, that you watch and people go, why don't you pressure him more?
I know.
Because that fighter, like Volkanovski, is doing little things that negates that.
I know.
Little positional things. How he was creeping Yair closer to the cage
Yeah.
by not throwing anything,
Yeah.
cutting off the octagon
Yeah.
very slowly until he was back against the cage. Bang, grab him.
Volk's just so strong, man. How is he
So
that strong for 145? I want to know, how did he get that strong? Is it rugby? What is it, man? The guy's got Khabib level strength almost, but in like a pocket-sized form.
And he keeps such a nice tight guard.
I know.
I was trying to look for spaces where Yair could throw a head kick.
Yeah.
And I was like, the man is got no neck.
Yeah,
The target is so
I
small.
know.
You have to be so precise to
Yeah.
catch him with anything.
I know.
Yair was having success with the body shots, but you're not, with the kicks, obviously. But that's not going to be enough to beat someone
Yeah.
like Volkanovski.
I know.
He's too slick. His defense is so good. He gets caught sometimes.
Yeah, he gets caught.
But you can't go swimming without getting wet.
No.
It's an old analogy, but it's true. But he's so clean with it. The way he was cutting off the octagon. Yair looked a little bit clueless after the first round.
Oh, yeah.
Already, he kind of... And did you see his face when he lost?
Nah.
He did this look.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The mad thing is, Yair, we thought it'd be competitive. And Yair's looked really good against guys. He looked really good against Max, even though he lost. He beat the shit out of Josh Emmett. But, bro, Volk just showed there's different levels.
Yeah.
And what I think for Volk is, he's so dominant at 145. I can't see anyone beating him. I don't even see, a good matchup. You could say Taporia, But then, yeah, what does Volk do next? Does he wait for Islam, or does he fight Islam? Does he go for Topuria? I don't know. What's the best move for him?
Well, did you hear what he said about Topuria in the press conference?
Yeah.
He said, I don't want to say how easy I think that fight is.
I know.
Topuria is not ready for Volkanovski.
No.
He's not.
I think in 2 years' time it would be competitive.
I think people might get on me for saying this,
Yeah.
but I think one thing Topuria can improve in, obviously fighters can improve in a lot of things, but one thing Topuria can improve in is giving his opponent different striking looks by changing his body shape and his formation and integrating a little bit more feints and a little bit more movement to throw off his opponent. Because people like Max Holloway and Volkanovski can get a read on him very easily.
Yeah.
The high IQ fighters of that level, who are different gravy to everyone else, they can read that much easier.
Yeah, so basically, I think that Makhachev. So Volk said that he wants to get surgery, so he might not be able to fight Makhachev in October.
If he's getting surgery, he's not fighting this year.
Yeah, so he's not fighting. So I guess Volk would fight Topuria next, probably, because I'm guessing Islam's going to take a fight.
Well,
Yeah,
not necessarily.
no,
Here's what I think is going to happen. Volk's not fighting. If he's getting the surgery this year,
yeah,
he's not fighting this year.
okay,
Because when is he going to have the surgery? When is he going to recover? When is he going to have his training camp? He needs a break.
Yeah.
Like, when is it going to happen? It's just not realistic. We're already in July, middle July, right? What I think is going to happen is Makhachev is going to do what Makhachev does. He'll probably fight in Abu Dhabi
yeah,
or Dubai, wherever it is. Volk goes away until early next year.
yeah.
They're going to do an interim belt at featherweight.
Again, they just did one.
They'll do another one. They don't care. They need to put pay-per-views and they'll put Topuria in it. with someone.
Topuria and Max probably.
Topuria and Max for an interim belt.
Yeah.
And the UFC secretly will be praying Topuria wins.
Yeah, so Topuria versus Volkanovski right now, I don't really see it being, too competitive. I think Topuria will have good moments, but
Topuria versus who's?
versus Volk.
Well,
Yeah, I think Volk will do what Volk always does. But I wanna say, like, I do want to see Volk versus Makhachev again, because he's just so good, man. That fight has to happen again. And also, Volk is getting older. Like, he's 34 now. Will he look the same at 36? Maybe, like, if he fights him next year, I think that's the perfect time. I think if he leaves it any longer, then that fight will start, going to Islam's way.
Bro, he's working on his grappling with Craig Jones, right?
Yeah.
A BJJ master.
Yeah.
When you have an MMA genius and a BJJ genius
Yeah.
come together,
Yeah.
and Volk is so good at improving and learning, he's still getting better
I
and he's
know.
in his 30s.
His grappling looks so good, man, against Yair. I know Yair is not like a top, wrestler or grappler or anything.
I think he's the most complete fighter in the UFC at the moment.
I would say so, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say.
Well, Jon Jones still exists.
Jon Jones still exists,
Yeah.
but yes.
We take Jon Jones for granted because he's been great for so
I
long.
know. But I would say
Yeah.
Volk at the moment is the most complete. Striking,
It's
grappling, everything.
What are you going to do with him?
He's so savage, man.
Unless you're a specialist like Makhachev,
Yeah.
and even Makhachev had trouble holding the
Yeah,
fucker
I know.
down. Yeah. What do you do with a guy like that? You're going to strike with him? Good luck.
Hmm.
Are you going to try and take him down? He'll get back up. And also, guy's a bowling ball. Bro.
Yeah.
Where are you going to hit him? The surface area is so small. Like, you're going to punch him in the face?
Yeah.
There's no neck.
I know.
There's no target. There's actually, like, I was watching it and I was like, where do you hit him exactly?
I
If
don't
you
know.
head kick him, you're going to hit his hands.
Bro, his defense is so good, man. He was
So
on
good.
point. He was on point, man.
And also, that fight should make people realize Makhachev is a good striker.
Yeah. Yeah, Makhachev landed on him. He
Hurt him.
Yeah.
Makhachev is a very good, clean striker. Okay, here's an interesting thing. Khabib is probably more of an effective striker because everyone was so scared of the takedown
Yeah.
and he'd be so wild with it in times and the pressure where he could hurt people quickly. But Makhachev has a better conservative striking style.
Yeah.
And what Volk did to Yair
Yeah.
and Holloway, it just shows you how good Makhachev's striking is. I think the rematch, who has more room for adjustment in
I
the
think-
rematch?
I think both of them do, man.
Yeah, I think both of them can be better.
I want to see that fight so badly because I think it's going to be way better.
Bro, if we can, okay, here's my opinion on that rematch, right? If we can see, and with all due respect,
Yeah.
Moreno and Pantoja 3 times,
Yeah.
and Figueiredo and Moreno 400 times,
Yeah.
we can see this
We
again.
can, yeah.
Because this is how often do we get to see 2 pound for pound greats, 1 and 2, going at it in close fights.
I want to see that fight so badly, man. I don't know if Volk will win this time, but it's his best time to do it now before he gets too old. So let's do that. Let's book that. Also, Volkanovski, man. Like, I'll be honest, I didn't really like him when he first started, but he's forced people to like him and respect him.
Yeah.
Just by being that damn good.
Yeah.
And that's a good way to do things.
And also over time, he hasn't switched up. He's been the same guy.
Been the same guy.
And he's just shown us his personality.
Yeah.
I remember when he first attempted to show us his personality. I was because he went on the Flagrant podcast with Andrew Schultz, and I was like, why have you got Volkanovski? And then I watched it, and I was like, he's a cool guy.
Where do you think it was the turning point for him, versus Ortega or versus Makhachev? When people started liking him,
Ortega, they realized how tough he is.
He got the respect there, and then Makhachev probably the likability, I guess.
When they realized how damn good he is, it was Holloway 3.
Holloway 3, yeah, that's true.
That's when we realized
it's
different out here.
Yeah.
Because he schooled him.
But I still wouldn't say he's a pay-per-view star.
He's getting there, man.
But he is getting
He's getting there. I mean,
he might enter GSP kind of status where he's just so good.
I think that people disagree with me on this. I think the UFC landscape has now got big enough where you don't need to appeal to casual fans to sell a fuckload of pay-per-views. Because there's enough just UFC fans out there now. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, my girlfriend doesn't need to watch the UFC for it to be an indicator of it being a big show.
Yeah, that's true, man.
If only the hardcores watch it, you can still get millions, not millions of pay-per-view sales, but millions of eyes on it all around the world.
Yeah.
The landscape has changed. So in that sense, I guess he is a big star, you know?
So he stopped him at round 3, 4 minutes 19. And it was kind of out of nowhere. Like, I didn't think a finish was coming. Yeah. And then it just came. And then he hit him hard. And then he threw him like a baby. That throw was just so rude.
Yeah.
It was just so violent. And then obviously whoever the referee was saw enough. So yeah.
Fucking beast, man.
Anyway.
Should we move on to the next one?
Yes. So co-main event, Pantoja versus Moreno for the flyweight title. First of all, flyweight has, it was about to get cut as a division.
Oh my God.
And
yeah, I was thinking that.
Yes. So it's good that didn't happen because we've had some mad title fights.
Yeah.
Some wars. I don't know, like, if the division, is, like, amazing, but, like, that top 3-4 is very good, man. And
well, what makes flyweight amazing for me is how competitive it is now.
Yeah, they're all, like, well-rounded.
They all can beat each other on any given day.
They're all well-rounded. Like, there's no, like, real specialists. It's not like one guy who's just really good at jiu-jitsu or one guy who's really good at wrestling. Everyone's well-rounded. Like, that fight on Saturday was just a high-level MMA display. Obviously, Pantoja had the advantage in grappling, but
he looked so big.
And what's weird is, like, I did think Pantoja won. I had it like 4-1 or 3-2. However, I still think Moreno looked kind of better. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it was a high-level fight, man.
Like, Moreno looked cleaner on the striking. It's just when it came to the grappling, Pantoja took over, but I did have Pantoja winning, so I don't have a problem with the decision.
Apparently, Moreno broke his hand in the second round.
Oh, really? Yeah. Striking-wise, I think Moreno was getting the better of him in, like, after... Obviously, round 1, he got dropped, but after that, Moreno was looking better.
I was pretty sure Pantoja messed up in the second round.
Yeah.
Because he looked knackered.
He looked tired the whole fight, but he fought through it.
Because in the first round, he had such a high output.
Yeah,
that was like, oh no, this ain't it.
I think Pantoja just wanted it slightly more that day.
I think
they both wanted it, but I think Pantoja's like really fucking wanted it.
One tactical mistake that I saw Moreno make that was frustrating the hell out of me.
Yeah.
Every time he tried to step in with a right hand elbow.
Yeah.
A right elbow.
Yeah.
He was getting taken down.
Yeah.
Because it would force him to land an elbow. You need to be close, right? So whenever he attempted to throw that elbow, he would land it.
Yeah.
But it would put him in position to get clinched.
Yeah.
And then dragged down.
Yeah.
Or held up against the fence. He was having most of his success when he was jabbing at mid-range to distance.
Yeah.
You know?
How did you score it?
Probably 3. I had Pantoja winning, whether it was 4-1 or 3-2.
Yeah, I had like 4-1 or 3-2 as well.
Yeah.
But I don't get people who had Moreno winning. I don't understand.
I don't see that. I don't see
I mean,
the
that
case.
one judge who had it 4-1 to Moreno, I don't know what that was about.
Yeah.
Like, I get maybe you're saying that the the grappling wasn't effective, but he's still being out grappled. He's not doing anything back.
And it was a judge who doesn't have a track record of bad decisions as well.
Exactly, yeah.
And Adelaide Bird was a judge on that show.
Yeah.
So if anyone was going to mess it up, it was Adelaide Bird.
If you look at the numbers, yes, it looks like Moreno might have won because he landed more significant strikes and everything like that.
It's not how
And
it's
he's got the
scored, though.
reversals.
Yeah.
But, I mean, maybe in one championship, but yeah, like in that fight, Pantoja won more rounds. He won 3-2 or 4-1.
In my opinion, Pantoja won by the book and Pantoja won on the eye test as well.
I get why people are hesitant to say 4-1 Pantoja because 49-46 sounds like the guy got dominated because it wasn't that kind of fight. It was very competitive. So I get, like, you just want to say it was 3-2, but it could have been 4-1 Pantoja. It's basically because there was one round where Pantoja was basically dominating in terms of grappling, but then right at the end, Moreno landed a really hard elbow and then it kind of rocked him a little. So I guess you could give that one to Moreno.
Yeah. I mean, whether it was 4-1 or 3-2 is no consolation to Moreno, is it? He still lost.
Yeah.
Whether it was 5-0 or
He must be so annoyed because he's like, he finally got the belt. He settled the rivalry against Figgy, but then he has to go up against another guy who's already 2-0 up against him. Now he's 3-0 down.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, he should get a rematch based on being champion, but then when you actually look at it,
They're going to do it, bro.
I think they'll do it.
Yeah.
But he's still like, I guess you could say it's only 2-0 because one was in the Ultimate Fight.
Royval lost to Pantoja recently.
Yeah.
And he's the next.
Yeah.
Well, there's that other guy who beat Kai Kara France questionably.
Oh, yeah.
But
I don't that guy's not ready for it.
No one's in a rush to give him a shot, so they'll just do this one again.
I think they'll do Moreno versus Pantoja again in like Brazil or Mexico.
This is going to be the case in the flyweight division for a long time.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of turnover, and that's exciting, man.
Yeah, a lot of
Like we had Demetrius Johnson for years, and don't get me wrong, I love DJ.
Yeah.
But it was getting a bit stale.
Yeah, this is exciting.
And it's one of the reasons why it's time for Volkanovski to piss off.
Yeah.
And let everyone else have a go. Because it kind of stales up the decision. Like, and middleweight. Middleweight's got a new lease of life, and we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, there was a few mistakes that Moreno made that cost him. One, trying to fight at close range. Every single time he did it, he either got clinched or dragged down.
Yeah.
And then he'd have to force his way back up. There was a few times where it looked like he was trying to get a submission off his back. Bro, just get up.
How do you see a rematch going between Moreno and Pantoja?
I mean, it's hard to say Pantoja doesn't win again.
I'm going to go with Moreno already.
Really?
Because Moreno is very good at like losing to a guy then beating him 3 months later. I know he lost before.
Yeah, but this is the third time.
I know it's
Sometimes
the
it's
first
just a kryptonite, innit?
I know there's a kryptonite, but I think the fourth time, like in an immediate rematch, I don't think Moreno will lose. I know he lost to Figgy. I know it doesn't make any sense, but
Well, he has to win eventually.
I'm going Moreno, like already. I'm going Moreno.
Statistically, you'd think he's got to win at some
I think
point.
Moreno's going to win this one. But
I don't know, man.
But he needs to work on his grappling because that was the X factor.
Yeah.
Pantoja got it done.
One thing that Moreno is good with is financially he's sound.
Yeah.
Because he's had like 5 title fights in a row, so you'd think he'd be getting pay-per-view points.
I think 6 in a row now.
6 in a row. Yeah, 6 in a row.
Yeah.
So 6 in a row where you'd hope he's been getting pay-per-view points. He must be, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he must be.
Getting championship pay.
So he's making millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And he also has commentary gigs.
Yeah.
And also does he do like gaming or something? Or like anime stuff? Something like that.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, so he's making money off that. The guy's balling. Did you see the sports complex he just opened?
No.
He opened up his own gym.
Oh, wow.
Bro, it's nice.
Okay.
So you know he's making money, man.
What's it called? Mexico took an L in it.
Mexico took a big L.
Yeah, they had the moment and then... I mean, they got Grasso now, and how long's that going to last? So,
well, fight night.
I mean, Moreno's still there, though. Moreno's still there. Like, he can still get the belt back.
I mean, those guys are going to give the fans lots of fun fights.
Yeah, he is just not going to be a champion. That's the sad truth. He's just not going to be a champion unless Volkanovski disappears.
And even then, there's a lot.
I mean, I guess Yair could be champion in like 4 years, but...
How old is Yair now? 28, 29?
He's still young. He can still be champion, but he's not going to be a champion right now.
No.
Not in this era of Volkanovski.
No. Have you seen these T-shirts that Volk and Israel have been wearing that they've been repping?
He didn't get paid, or he didn't pay you. What does it say?
Something like that. So it's a brand,
yeah.
and I looked up the brand the other day. It's some nice T-shirts there, man.
Yeah.
Like there's one of like Volk looking like a Viking or a Roman.
Yeah.
It's like a really cool T-shirt. And I looked up and it's only like 20 quid. I might buy one, but that's neither here or there. Shall we move on to our good friend Mr. Dricus?
Dricus du Plessis versus Robert Whittaker. I got it right. You got it wrong. Fuck you. Sorry.
Okay, right. Here's why I don't give you credit for getting it right.
Why?
There's no way you didn't call that.
I did call that.
Not like that.
Not like that.
You were going on instinct more than anything.
It was.
You didn't go. Here's what you said, right? Here's what I'm not giving you credit for this.
Okay.
Normally I'd give you credit. This one I'm not giving you credit for.
You have to give me credit.
No, I'm not.
No one else called it.
Fuck you and fuck Dricus. Anyway, right? Here's why I'm not giving you credit. Here's what you said, right? You said it's hard to put Dricus away.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
That's not an argument for why someone's gonna win.
No.
That's an argument for someone being competitive.
But what I meant was that, like, Whittaker,
Just like Dricus, what you meant.
No, but Whittaker, yeah. You said, like, where's Whittaker lesser fighter than Dricus? And I said nowhere, but that's the reason why he won. Because Whittaker was clearly, like, outstriking him, like, cleaner striking, but Dricus was so awkward and he just outpowered him. He just simply outpowered the guy.
Dricus is on steroids.
Yeah, he just outpowered him, man. He's a savage, bro.
Man looks like a WWE wrestler, innit?
He does, yeah.
Like full on the shoulders. Do you reckon he's on steroids or do you reckon he just looks like that? What do you reckon?
I think, nah. I mean, if he's on steroids, he'll be popped by now, innit?
Dricus is on steroids.
I mean, if he was, he'll be popped by now, innit? So I don't think so. I think he's just that.
Everybody on steroids.
Yeah, I think he's that good. Yeah, he's that guy, bro. I had a feeling because, look, it was set up. Dricus, Adesanya. There was no way Dricus was going to lose that. That's what I thought. I thought there's no way in hell that he's going to let that fight slip. And Whittaker's getting older now. I know everyone loves him. He's a fan favorite, but he's getting older and like he's not going to be that guy. And that was the changing of the guard, really.
Something we didn't discuss, but looking back was an important factor. Do you remember how a couple of months ago we were talking about how fat Robert looked?
Yeah.
In interviews and stuff, right?
He looked good though.
Well, that's the problem. When you're trying to lose the weight, sometimes your camp just becomes about making the weight and getting in shape, rather than formulating a plan and preparing.
He looked ripped, man. So,
like, you should come into camp in shape.
Yeah.
And then the camp should be about formulating what you're going to do in the fight.
Everything was there though. I think like he looked like the good Robert Whittaker. Like he looked clean. His striking was good.
His punch resistant looked.
It's just the power wasn't there.
Okay, so what's more likely? Robert's lost a little bit of punch resistance, or Dricus is the Incredible Hulk, or somewhere in the middle?
I think it's somewhere in the middle. I think, yes, Whittaker has faded a little bit, but Whittaker's always been kind of like, dropped by stronger guys. And this guy's like a powerhouse, bro. I'm not saying he's got like one punch knockout power, but he's just so like durable. He's just a powerhouse, man. I don't know how else to say it. Powerhouse is wave.
I'm going to ask you a question. Adesanya's interview with Dricus afterwards, cringe or funny?
I loved it.
I loved it. I thought it was hilarious.
I thought it was, he said the right thing. Like it was a good point. Like, yes. But then people on Twitter are beefing because one guy was like, if Dricus really is African, he would have said the N-word back. But then other people are like, oh, you can't say that. It doesn't mean he's black just because he's not African, whatever. But yeah, I thought it was cool. I thought I was getting goosebumps until Adesanya started fumbling his words a little.
Oh, he was so drunk.
26 and me.
Did you clock the t-shirt he was wearing?
Yeah.
I'm not your bank.
Yeah.
Do you know what that's about?
Nah.
So his ex-girlfriend tried to sue him for half his money because when they broke up under a lot of countries' laws, including this law in this country, if you live with a partner for long enough, sometimes you're entitled to money like a divorce, right? I guess he won his court case.
Oh wow!
So decided to wear that.
So
the man is petty on so many different levels. And I heard no one talking about the t-shirt, but the t-shirt said, "I'm not your bank," and I think that was shade at his girlfriend who tried to sue him.
Yeah. Yeah, so I loved that interview. I thought it was funny.
Dricus kind of looked like he fumbled what to say.
No, I think Dricus said the right thing. He's like, you're no brother of mine, son. That was fine.
Yeah, that kind of felt a little bit like.
I mean, you can't really say anything. Like, both of them are gonna say shit, but people shouldn't get like angry about it. This is what the whole fight is.
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot of racist UFC fans.
Yeah, pretty much. All the build up has been about, you know, who's the real African. South Africa versus Nigeria.
That can't
apartheid, all that stuff.
I really hope the UFC don't try and make that the marketing angle for the fight.
Dana's just gonna let it happen. You see what Dana said. They're like, I don't care. They can say what they want.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna do like a video trailer of like who's the real African
and have like
tune in now to find out who's the real African. UFC 296.
It's like shades of like Adesanya throwing a head kick and Dricus knocking out Robert Whittaker and then Nelson Mandela in the middle.
I don't think they're gonna market it that way. But I think they're just going to let it happen on other platforms. Other people are going to be talking about who's the real African. Izzy's going to be saying it in the press conference. But yeah, it's a good fight. It could be this generation's Khabib Conor. Not at that level, but it's got that bad blood. I think it's going to be a good fight. I'm excited, man.
It's still shocking to me that people can't see how tone deaf it is for a white guy proclaiming he's the real African when referring to a black African.
Look,
there is
Africans that are white.
Yes,
brown,
no shit, Sherlock.
Anything, but like to say he's the real African over Israel Adesanya, who is from Nigeria, is tone deaf. And you fans need to realize that we're not being racist.
Yeah.
Izzy's not being racist.
Can I just point something out, right? If you guys think I'm not aware that there's white Africans, I'm in a long-term relationship with a white African.
Yeah. We're like...
You really think I'm not aware of this?
We're British brown guys. We know that we're...
Different shades, though.
Yeah. We're brown, British, you know. We're not... Like, we get it. We get it. Like, just fuck you guys.
Also, I'm going to talk about this, right? And again, the same people... Okay, here's how the world works. The same people who have a problem with me criticizing Dricus for his comments about real Africans and all that nonsense are going to have a problem with what I say next. Donald Trump getting a hero's welcome at the UFC is everything that's wrong with the United States right now.
Yeah.
The man is being investigated for God knows what. New stuff is coming out all the time. And people are coming in high-fiving him. They're playing what sounds like Stone Cold style music while he walks in. You know how ridiculous America is, where a former president who's been indicted for God knows how many different things is a hero to you. You know how lame it is for a politician. If you told me Boris Johnson was your hero, I'd call you a weirdo.
Yeah.
It's mental, innit?
Yeah. It is.
Completely insane.
What do you think about people getting mad that Izzy was saying the N-word?
He's a black guy. He can say the M-word. That's the whole game.
I don't understand why.
Your favorite artists use the M-word all the time. You don't have a problem, man.
No, he shouldn't be saying it. Like, bro, it's his... Izzy... We should
again,
know by now.
It's mostly white people telling a black guy whether he can use the M-word or not.
Exactly. And we should know by now Izzy is a petty guy. Izzy always has something prepared. Yeah. Izzy asked to do that. He wanted to do that.
It was funny to me.
He wanted to do the face-off in the ring, even though, you know, Dricus won. But, like, it's good for both of them because it's going to make it a big pay-per-view. It's good for the UFC. It's good for Dricus because Dricus isn't really a household name. And now he's got the chance to prove that he could be. So it's good for everyone, really.
Dricus fumbled the bag. There was a comeback. Dricus could have said to Adesanya that he completely missed. Yeah. Because Adesanya called 23andMe 26 and me.
Yeah.
And Dricus should have said, 26 and you, because that's how many chromosomes you have. Wicked comeback.
Yeah, that's true.
Wicked comeback. Everyone missed it. It was right there, and it wasn't said. I felt like it gaslighted me for a second, right? Because I was like, wait, is it 26 pairs of chromosomes?
Didn't he say like 32 and me first or 36? I don't know what he said.
I thought he said 26.
He changed it like 3 times.
Yeah. But, Lucas, we have 23 pairs of chromosomes, right? Can you quickly look
it's
that
23, up? It's 23.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah.
26 and me.
I think Dricus, how would you see the fight going? Like, what's the early prediction? Because before I would have said Izzy schools him,
Do we have a result?
23 pairs, yeah.
Yeah, wicked.
So 46 in total.
Yeah, so he did fumble it.
Yeah, so so originally I thought Izzy would win and school him, but now looking at it, I'm not sure anymore because Dricus is such a durable guy. He's got the power. He just walks through punches, and like if it gets to the ground, it might be a long night for Adesanya because
I don't think it's going to be a kickboxing matchup
you
for
think
the most part.
yes.
Is Dricus astute enough, like Pereira is,
Yeah.
to get to someone like...
So I don't think
Because
think
a
it-
lot of guys,
yeah.
Cannonier hits hard.
I don't think
couldn't
it would
get to
just
him.
be. I don't think it would just be a kickboxing match though, because Dricus knows he's got the grappling advantage. So I think Dricus would try and force it to the ground if he could, because he's got nice submissions. He put like Robert in a DOS position at one point. If he gets Adesanya there, who knows? So I don't think it's going to be straight up kickboxing match. Because if it is, then yeah, Adesanya's going to light him up. But
I think Adesanya's going to light him up.
Dricus is good at making fights ugly. He's good at like outpowering guys and just like forcing his way through, getting it to where he wants.
If he tries that
Yeah,
against Adesanya, he's going to sleep.
yeah.
You have to be cute about it like Pereira is
True.
and calculated. And I don't think he has
But
the kick.
Dricus don't have that level.
No, he doesn't
Yeah,
have
don't
that
have
level to be cute about it. I could see that fight looking how we thought the Paulo Costa fight was going to look. In the end, we saw Paulo Costa get dominated.
Yeah.
But what I thought was going to happen was that Paulo was going to be extremely aggressive and get stopped coming in. He got stopped either way, but not because he was being extremely aggressive. He became a shell of himself.
Yeah, I think Izzy will win. Like, I got no reason to think Dricus can beat him, but I won't be shocked if Dricus wins. And if Dricus wins, the sport will change, because that will be like one of the biggest upsets. Like,
I'd lose sleep if Dricus
Yeah.
beat him.
yeah, like
I'd be really upset.
I would be. I was upset after the Alex one, but this
Oh,
one would,
no.
this one would
is
hurt
different.
10 times worse.
I don't want Adesanya to lose to Zack Ryder.
Yeah. Because
Yeah.
if he does win, yeah, Izzy will get the immediate rematch. But like, how many? Like, it will hurt Izzy's legacy. Like, he
Yeah.
lost against Alex, he got it back, fair enough. But now Izzy needs to go on another long winning streak to
Yeah.
get that legacy back. Because if you like Moreno, he lost again, so it's a tough one to put you in the GOAT rankings. Oh,
It'd be disastrous.
just going back to Volkanovski, he's entering the GOAT discussion now, obviously, because he's racked up, a lot of title defenses now at featherweight. But do you think he needs to get that lightweight title to be considered a GOAT? Or do you think he could just be called a GOAT based off his featherweight accomplishments?
He's not going to be the GOAT.
Not the GOAT, but like the top 5, like entering that top 5 discussion.
All right, who's in the top 5 right now?
I mean, that's a different discussion.
Well, list it and let's see how...
Jones, GSP, Anderson, DJ, Khabib. That's my order.
He can push out Khabib.
Push out Khabib.
Yeah.
The thing is,
If he
some
beats
people-
Makhachev, he'd definitely push out
Some
Khabib.
people might already say he has surpassed Khabib because
Yeah.
he's got more title defenses. I don't think he has, because a lot of the fights weren't as dominant as Khabib's.
Yeah.
But I think Volkanovski, yeah, he could. I think, like, you could say he could push out DJ too, because DJ's got like those 12 title defenses, but the level is not the same. Like, what Volkanovski's done is amazing. Max 3 times. Ortega, Yair.
You say that,
Yeah.
but has history shown us how impressive what DJ's done? Because since DJ's gone away, look at the turnover.
True.
You see what I'm saying?
Everyone's just... But then did the division get better, though?
Well, did it? Or was it always that good? And was DJ just always head and shoulders
If you
above
look at
everyone?
guys like DJ was fighting, like Wilson Rice and the guy he put in that silly armbar, those guys are not at the level
Ray
of...
Borg.
Yeah, they're not at the level of Moreno and
Yeah, potentially.
Pantoja and Figueiredo and yeah, they're not at that level, man. So I would say Volk is like 2-3 fights away from entering that top 5, top 6
I think you can only judge that by the end of the career.
end of the career.
Yeah.
I guess.
Let's really see what
Well,
happens.
Volkanovski's so good, man.
If he beats
Amazing.
Makhachev,
Yeah.
it's a completely different discussion.
So, what else do we have? Dan Hooker got it done. What a
Oh,
fight.
man.
Amazing. Super Saiyan Dan Hooker. Super
kick.
Saiyan.
Head kick, nothing. I called that head kick while I was watching it as well. Because I was like, Jalen's throwing a few of those body kicks straight up.
Yeah.
Head kicks come in. Oh, and it came,
Yeah.
right? Nothing.
What do you think of Super Saiyan Dan Hooker though?
With the blood in his hair.
Blood, blonde hair, just gritty,
Bro.
animal. I like it. He came back.
How many times is one guy going to go to the hospital after a fight?
I don't
man?
know.
So bad for his
Dan
health.
Hooker's just that guy now. We know he's going to be in exciting fights. He's got that fan love now.
I know. All lovely, but at what cost to your health?
I mean,
That ship has sailed.
yeah. In terms of, I don't think he will ever be champion,
No.
but he's a fun fighter. We love him. Yeah.
I think Jalen needs to go up.
Jalen does need to go up.
Yeah.
155 is not. He just looks like he looks really good for one round.
Yeah.
Then he started fading. 170, he could be a future champion.
He's like 6'3", ain't he?
Yeah, 6'3". It's
too much.
unbelievable.
His power, you might see more power as well when he goes up.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, he's got frame to grow to. And how old is Jalen? 27, 28?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
young.
We can't write him off yet.
No, nowhere near. He had a good performance.
He
Had
did,
a good performance.
But
But
it's clear that he lost, but some people still thought he won.
I think he's at the wrong weight.
Yeah.
He's probably killing. He still missed weight, and he missed weight by 3 pounds.
Yeah, 158.
Yeah.
So Bo Nickal got it done.
He didn't.
With strikes. Impressive. Well done.
Against a real guy, like 7-0 guy.
He's
Nothing to be laughed
I
at.
think he's a gardener though, or something like that. Some people saying he's a gardener.
Well, a lot of these guys are. There's people in the
Fireman,
UFC.
I guess. Yeah, Stipe's a fireman, yeah. But yeah, Bo Nickal.
He's a wedge. Imagine having a garden in that wedge. What the fuck is my
Bo
garden?
Nickal got it done, man. Well done to him. Do you know what I really liked about Saturday night? They did Robbie Lawler's retirement beautifully.
Yeah, they did.
They gave him a good guy with a name. That's not just some young unknown guy that's just going to knock him out.
Yeah.
Robbie Lawler got it done, and then they did that nice little package just to send him off into the sunset. However, I hope he stays in the sunset.
Yeah.
Don't come back, Robbie Lawler. That was the most movie-like ending you could ever have. Don't go fight in like one championship or Bellator versus some
How
random
does
guy.
someone like Robbie Lawler make money now? Because no one wants to hear him do commentary.
Uh,
Like, what do they do?
You can open a gym. I'm sure he's made enough money. He was a champion. He was a champion. He was a champion. He had like a lot of main events. But what a career, man! What a career! Amazing. Like he was a guy who was in the UFC in the early days. He got cut, had a good run outside the UFC, came back, complete savage, beat Johnny Hendricks, beat Matt Brown. One of the best fights ever was Rory McDonald. Amazing fight against Carlos Condit, and then obviously lost his belt. He went on a really bad skid, and then he ended up, knocking out Nick Diaz. Oh, he lost his last one to Brian Barberena, and then
That was a close.
and then Nico Price. It's a good way to end your career, man. 30 wins, 16 losses. That's just a savage career.
Yeah.
It's not the best record, but
Who gives a shit, man?
when you know who he is, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, he was a champ.
And his record shows you why MMA is so great, because you can have a record like that and be considered
One of the most
exciting fighters.
big
know.
fan favorite, man. Well done to Robbie Lawler. There's other fights on the card. They're all good. Like nothing really to write. Oh, this Denise Gomez got an insane knockout.
I mean, there was 4 knockouts within the first minute.
Yeah. Obviously, Alonzo Menefield beat Jimmy Crute. But yeah, I
He
think that's it for
retired
that card,
seemingly.
man. Huh?
Jimmy Crute retired seemingly afterwards.
I mean, probably should. Like, he's
Yeah.
taken too much at that age. So we got other stories. Usman and Hamza are going back and forth on like what weight class to fight. Look, Dana said Hamza's at 185, so Usman, you should know it should be at 185. Don't tell him to come back to 170. It's just like, stop this flirting shit. Just give one of them a fight. Just give Hamza someone.
Shall I do Hamza?
Let's do what you want.
Shall I do Hamza and Usman on the phone?
Whatever, yeah.
Yeah. Yo, Hamza, why don't you want to fight me at 170? Accept the fight. 'Cause I'm the real dog. I heard you're the new guy, and I respect that. Brother, why you call me at 2 a.m, brother? brother, tell Ali, if you want to talk to somebody in the midnight, call Ali, brother, or Habib, one of your guys, brother, not me, brother. Astaghfirullah, brother. You don't like to hear my smooth voice in the middle of the night? I'm just trying to help you sleep. I want you to have that rest. And when you do fall asleep, you're going to see the Nigerian nightmare. Brother, it's 3 a.m, brother.
Brother, if you're gonna bring me some hummus, we can have some dinner, brother. Come Dubai, brother. I smash you and then we eat together, brother. I like hummus. I rub it on my smooth body. Yo, Hamzat, what are you wearing right now? Nothing, brother. Why? I'm sleeping, brother. Whoa.
That's funny, man.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
I was wondering how long was that going to go on for, but that's impressive.
Thank you. Improv, baby.
Man. Man. What else we got? We all know that lightweight belt. Oh, Jon Jones vs Stipe got announced.
I'm going Jon Jones.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah.
Yeah.
I think everyone's going to go Jon Jones. But yeah, what a fight, man. Madison Square Garden.
I know this is a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Stipe looked good in the poster.
Yeah.
He did, didn't it? They had the hair on point.
Yeah.
Man looked
Stipe
like
looks
Superman.
good. Yeah.
Yeah.
That money's coming through, man. Well
Come
done
on.
to Stipe. But yeah, by the time they fight, Stipe would have been off for a long time. But then again, that doesn't really... Yeah,
I think Jon Jones wins, man.
yeah, I think... Jon
Oh, Jon Jones and Adesanya are friends.
Ah, friends,
Yeah.
yes.
Why can't
Lovely.
we be friends?
Yeah.
Why can't we be friends?
That was cool, man. That was
I
cool.
was really surprised by it.
I know, yeah.
I mean, it makes sense because the fight is gone now.
Yeah, the fight.
Where are they going to fight?
No, it's not happening.
Where are they going to fight? Heavyweight?
No.
Did you see the fake eye poke?
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Izzy did. I mean, they would be good friends.
Yeah.
They would be good friends.
I think this is weird to say, but the initial beef was because when Adesanya first entered the UFC, everyone started comparing him to Jon Jones.
I don't think the styles are completely different.
It's just because people are racist. They thought they looked the same.
Black guy.
Yeah, I know. Tall black guy. So yeah. So they just thought like they're the same, and then both of them didn't like that.
Yeah.
So that's why the beef happened.
Bro, if they helped each other,
Oh man.
what are the likelihood of them getting in the gym together? Probably unlikely, isn't it?
I mean, it could happen. Never say.
I think they should.
Like, who would have thought that DJ and Henry would ever be training partners? Whoever saw that coming?
You don't see people forming new monster gyms anymore. Everyone's got becoming lone wolves now.
I know. Yeah, everyone's just got their own gym behind them. But I guess if you're like a champion, you need your own focus.
Yeah. Who's Team Alpha Male's biggest fighter right now?
Probably that Chinese guy, Song
Song
Yadong.
Yadong.
Yeah.
It's not great. No offense to Song
I
Yadong,
mean,
but it's not great.
future is bright for him. He looks
Yeah.
good. I don't know if he'll be a champion, but he's,
Who's AKA's hottest guy right now apart from Makhachev? Who they got in the pipelines?
I mean, they got all of those guys, isn't it?
Mm.
They got like, Usman Nurmagomedov, all the Nurmagomedovs. They got those guys.
How many city kickboxing fighters were there on that card? 2.
Yeah, it was meant to be Jack Della Maddalena.
He's not city kickboxing, is he?
Is he not?
No, he's not.
I thought he was.
I don't think he is.
Oh, okay.
But he had like a weird brain thing.
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear about this?
It wasn't it Sean Brady?
Jack Maddalena.
Well, I thought he pulled out.
Jack Maddalena was meant to be on this card.
Yeah.
Pulled out because they found like a brain problem.
I didn't think he pulled out. I thought Sean Brady pulled out.
No, Jack Maddalena pulled out.
Nah, he didn't.
He did look out. I'm pretty sure he did. Have I messed this up?
Let me see. So,
Are you on Jack Maddalena?
I'm checking it.
Wikipedia.
Jack Maddalena was suspected. Brady withdrew due to something, infection. And then on the day, the other guy was pulled because he had Moya disease. It
Oh, the
wasn't-
other guy.
Yeah.
Oh, I misread it.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Jack. Sorry,
Yeah.
Jack.
Do your research, you bastard.
I did do my research. I just read it wrong because I can't read because I'm Turkish.
Yeah, so for Jack Della Maddalena, it was a huge blow because he wanted to. That would have been a good card to fight on with his Australian boys.
Yeah.
There's a
Amazing
lot of
card.
like oceanic fighters on that card actually. What else we got? Let me see. Daniel Cormier details.
Should we move on to talking trash?
But Jon Jones won the SB for best UFC fighter
Yeah, I didn't really get that.
because they do it like based
Yearly.
on but like
He's had one fight.
it's like he's had one fight. It should have been Volkanovski or
Yeah.
Makhachev or someone like that.
Yeah, I don't really get that.
Yeah.
I don't really get that. Should we move on to talking trash?
Hold on, I think there's more. One sec. Let me just check this. Let me just check this screenshot. Oh, I want to talk about one thing. Yeah, I want to talk about this. Hold on. Just say something.
Why can't we be friends? Jon Jones and Adesanya, they squashed the beef, and now they're friends. Lucas and me are gonna do the same thing when he leaves me to sell out Wembley. Oh, brought it back there in the end.
Fire
Okay.
Insight.
So every time there's a big pay-per-view, you know, Mystic Mac is always on the source and always on Twitter. Bro, this guy went mad on Twitter that day.
What was he saying?
He's first of all,
Get
he's
on
like,
Freds.
he's like, I should have went to Vegas, my old title on the line. And then he's just like,
No one cares.
huge congrats to South African MMA in South Africa, period. That's an incredible win. Let's go, South Africa. Sounds a little bit racist. I don't know why.
He's drunk.
But then UFC is the best of the best. End of. I rep nothing else. UFC #1. And don't think for a second that the BMF belt isn't being lined up specifically for the Mac Dad, little one division terps. Twerp.
So now he wants the BMF belt.
Is that Volkanovski guy a Polish lad? What kind
What are you accent are
I
you
don't
doing?
know. Birmingham, yeah.
He's not from Birmingham.
But why is he?
Brother, what is that accent, brother?
He's just saying random shit
Yeah.
again, man. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, we can talk trash now if you want.
Okay, right. So we've decided to change up. Lucas, how long we got?
We can do 10 minutes.
We got 10 minutes of
Don't think
talking
there's
trash.
anyone else.
Because this guy wanted to talk MMA for ages on an MMA podcast. You weirdo.
Unbelievable.
Drinking your Coke.
How's it? Is it good?
Here's something we should talk about.
It's a nice frosty beverage.
Here's something I want to talk about. How many Cokes do you have a day?
Oh man, I don't want to get into this.
No, get into it. How many Cokes do you have a day?
Probably like 3.
You have 3 Cokes a day.
Or zero diet or
zero free like 500 milliliter bottles. Yeah,
Do you drink more Coke than you drink water?
I drink a lot of water as well. I have like a liter bottle next to my bed.
Okay, so
I'm a thirsty guy, bro.
okay, let's say you're having 1.5. I don't believe you're having any more than 1.5 liters of water a day.
Probably,
yeah.
Probably, yeah.
How big are those Coke cans that you have?
Like 500 ml bottles.
Okay, so you're having 1.5 liters of Coke a day
Yeah.
and 1.5 liters of water a day.
I piss on
Bro, your pH levels.
Life
He's a battery.
Life is about balance.
I am.
Yeah,
Gotta
not
get
that kind of
both.
balance.
Cola. I need cola.
Coke Zero is still bad for you because you produce insulin because your body tastes sugar. And so
Really?
Your body still produces the insulin.
Shit. Oops.
Stop it.
That's so bad, man.
But you do you, man.
Yeah.
I'm not here to hate.
Your funeral's going to be mad.
Is it?
Can we get your funeral? Like,
Sponsored by Coke.
can we get your coffin like in like a Coca-Cola
Yeah.
print?
I'm like Frankie from One Piece.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
That's a lot of Coke, man.
Okay.
A dangerous amount of Coke.
It's better than the amount of Coke that Conor McGregor has.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Kind.
Cabbage. What else you want to talk about? I've got no talking trash topics.
But you said you had one.
I had one, but then I looked at it and I realized we're not allowed to talk about that on this podcast. Shall I tell you what I'm going to give you it? We can't talk about that on the podcast.
Yeah, you can talk about it.
Can we?
Yeah.
Was it personal? Business?
Kind of personal. Right, should we
Political?
just talk about it?
Yeah.
All right. Question for the floor. Would you let your partner get your name tattooed on them?
Look, I would, yes,
Yeah.
because it's cool. Why not? You know, but it's haram, so I would not do that.
You think it's
Good
cool?
answer.
I think it's cool.
I think it's trashy.
I like
as hell.
tattoos.
Nah, man. So why am I labeling them like they're my property?
Yeah.
I'm a feminist.
Okay.
I'm a feminist first.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Lucas. Would you get it done?
Never.
Really?
Not in a million years.
No.
I don't have any tattoos, and I wouldn't want that to be my first.
Yeah.
It's
And
better
no,
than-
you can't put stickers
Yeah.
on a Ferrari, you know,
Oh, very nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
especially just some girl. No, I'm
Yeah.
kidding. But I wouldn't.
But you can on the Fiat 500. Am I right?
The little eyelashes.
Yeah.
It's better than getting like a face on someone's arm, like a portrait. You know how people do that?
Darren Till did that. That went well.
Did you
Like-
see that that guy on TikTok who got his girlfriend's eyes like tattooed on him? Like he got her like eyes like
Yeah.
tattooed on his arm, and then a week later, she's reacting to it. She's like really happy, and then a week later, she made another TikTok like duetting it, being like, "Guys, he cheated on me."
What a legend. Well, you know what he can do, right? If you get that easy fix, just put a lion around it
Yeah.
and turn it into lion eyes.
That's
or
so
something.
crazy. He was cheating on her. She was watching the whole time.
That's fucking insane.
So you know,
The eyes are watching.
you do a lot of shisha though.
Yeah.
You're a shisha addict.
Yeah.
Is that because shisha is like a Muslim pub for you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. I've just replaced alcohol
Yeah.
with shisha.
You're like the old guy in a bar that just drinks loads of beers.
Yeah.
But you do it with shisha pipes instead.
Not gonna lie, I was fully planning to just go shisha on my own today.
Yeah, no.
Genuinely.
Who goes shisha on their own? That's like a
I do it-
40-year-old man thing, but
I
you're
do
like
it
a
all the time.
26-year-old guy, 27.
All the time. How
All
often?
the time. Like at least once a week, I'll probably end up.
Are you
in a
just that
shisha lounge.
creepy guy just smoking and then the girls are just like looking at you like, what's his problem? Like,
No, they look at me like, oh my God, it's the guy from that shisha podcast. No, they don't think that. But you know what does happen, right? When you go to shisha lounges as much as I do, you end up getting to know the staff.
yeah.
So when you walk in, everything is already set up for you.
Oh.
So we go to this one shisha lounge in North London, right? And when I walk in, they know what table I want. They walk me straight to my table. I have the same table and they're like, your usual, sir? Yeah, straight down. The guy, this is how I know I go to shisha lounges too much. The shisha maker who doesn't serve the customers, he just makes it. He comes over and shakes my hand every single time.
They gave you the service charge off as well.
Yep, I don't pay service charge.
Give you that discount. That's good.
Oh, wow.
That's multiple.
You get a loyalty card.
Yeah. But I mean, shisha lounges have the typical people in it.
Yeah.
Every shisha lounge has the group of girls who are celebrating someone's birthday. They all look like Kim Kardashian. You got the DJ Khaled and Kim Kardashian couple who haven't spoken in ages.
You
and
got the
guys,
boys.
You got the boys. You got the boys there who some of them are semi-pro footballers. They all drive BMWs and Mercedes A classes.
They're sharing one pipe between 6 man.
Exactly. You've got the waitress who could be a model and she's just there to upsell the dumb guys.
Yeah.
And they start buying things that they've never wanted. You've got the one guy who managed the shisha lounge, right? Who hasn't worn socks in about 17 years. His feet are freezing, but he doesn't care because he's close friends with, like, I don't know, like Hakim Ziyech or something. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
He's got that tight waistcoat as well.
Yeah, he's kind of good looking. Probably banging some of the customers, let's be real. A shisha lounge it's like, it is the brown person's pub. There's the typical people there. And that's why I love it. It's predictable.
You got them girls coming in with their makeup.
With their makeup influencer, shout out those girls.
Yeah.
What
What else
times
we
do you usually go to the shisha lounge?
Okay, well, you can go to a shisha lounge at different times for wanting different things. If you go in early time, that's like cafe mode.
What
Right.
time sort of?
So I'm talking like if you go like 4 o'clock to 6 o'clock, you can have your.
Is that when they
laptop
usually
out.
open 4 o'clock?
Pardon?
Is that when they usually open 4 o'clock? They're not
A lot
open
of them,
earlier?
but there's some open that open like from 12 because they serve food, right?
Okay.
So let's say 12 to 6 o'clock, that's work hours. You bring your laptop, maybe you're co-working with people, maybe you're working on your own like Sados like me. 6 to 8 p.m., you know, you're early, maybe you're catching up with an old mate. 8 p.m. onwards is when the G-Wagons come out. And the rich people who are looking to flex come out, and the parties and the birthdays and the dinners and the funerals, they start happening.
So wait, you go shisha to do work like a Starbucks or something?
Yes.
Shisha bucks. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. In fact, I was thinking about doing that today, not gonna lie.
That's like some Dubai Prince kind of way of doing
I
it.
am a Dubai prince.
Okay, fair enough.
You didn't think I was a Dubai prince?
No,
What did you think I was this entire time?
it's the Jaiwala.
Yeah. Sorry, man. But yeah, I mean, we can say this because by the time it happens, it'll be done. We're going to Coventry tomorrow for food and
Oh,
shisha
yeah.
for our promoter's birthday. And that can go either way because he doesn't like surprises.
Yeah.
So we might be in trouble.
Oh, you got a big week of comedy coming up.
I do, so do you. So I'm in the Chortle final this Wednesday. By the time this
Yeah,
comes out,
mashallah.
we'll know the result. Hopefully I'll win. And Farhan, what are you doing? Apart from dying? Where they keep the momentum, dickhead. Well done.
Sorry, man.
Well done.
We can split it.
Fucking prick.
What am I doing?
Yeah.
I'm doing a writing comedy workshop with ITV
Yeah.
on Wednesday.
He's getting paid. Can I say how much you're getting paid for it?
No,
Oh, I'm gonna-
don't do that.
he's getting
Don't
paid
do that.
How much?
a lot of money.
Yeah, but
A ridiculous amount of money he's getting paid
no,
for
it's
this.
a ridiculous amount for one day's work.
Yeah, yeah.
But it's not a
What is it
ridiculous
for a show?
It's like a writing workshop, so there's an opportunity to like write jokes for like
It's a
another
writer's
TV
room.
show.
For just one TV show.
I don't know what it is. Like, they haven't given me the specific details, but I can also give my own work and they can help me with that. But I was like selected 8 people out of whoever applied.
I'm not gonna.
You applied.
I applied. I didn't get it. He got it, but that means I kind of got it. Anyways, I'm not gonna say the real number. Lucas, how much do you reckon he's getting? I'm not gonna say it. I just want to hear what you think
One
he's getting.
day.
Good amount for one day's work.
It's like 250.
Interesting. We'll tell you after the podcast how much he's getting.
It's more.
Is it more?
Way
Yeah,
more.
way more.
Yeah.
Way more.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Should we wrap this up?
A lot of
Yeah.
shisha.
That is a lot of shisha. Think about all the shisha we can get. By the way, when's my steak dinner? You dickhead. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming to the Punchline Podcast. Make sure you like, subscribe. If you've come this far, Lucas, what are you?
Incel.
Farhan, what are you?
Incel.
You are an incel, and you are a pussy. Your parents never loved you, but that's not your fault because you were unlovable from birth. It's this weird face.
So why didn't they leave them outside somewhere?
Societal pressure.
Ah.
Societal pressure. Thank you for coming, and remember, your mum's settled with your dad, and you're the outcome of that. So your life will be nothing more than just a compromise. Goodbye. That one was kind of dark.